Shin Ramen, extra spicy special recipe. If you normally go by the instructions, throw them out, because we're not going to be using them today. Hey guys, this is my special Shin Ramen recipe. So literally the first time I had Shin Ramen was 10 years ago at college in Canada, and I've picked up a few things along the way, and this is my extra special spicy recipe. Optional ingredients: hard-boiled eggs, mushrooms, tofu, onion, extra noodles, and of course, Shin Ramen. So as you'll notice here, I don't joke around when it comes to my hot sauce. Frank's Red Hot, Tapatio, Red Hot Wings, Pete's, Tabasco. Man, we even have some Shark Bite and some extra bottles back there. I don't even know what they are. But none of these are gonna work for making your Shin Ramen extra hot. Why? Because they're going to compromise the flavor. Shin has a particular flavor and you don't want to lose that. So what are you gonna do instead? Crushed red pepper. Crushed red pepper is gonna make your Shin spicier without losing that tasty Shin flavor. Now these ingredients are optional and I don't always have all of them, and so sometimes I only use one. You don't have to use any of them, or you could try all of them together. So with the hard-boiled eggs, I hard-boiled these earlier, and I just used the egg whites, not the yolk. What do you do with the yolk? Just eat it. So here's our diced ingredients, and this is just one hard-boiled egg, just a few mushrooms diced, and some diced tofu raw, and a few diced onions. And ultimately, you don't want very much of any one item, because this is your challenge. Every time you add something to your Shin Ramen, you dilute the spice. The spice is being spread out over more noodles and stuff, so you're lessening your flavor. That's why you want the crushed red pepper, to keep that hotness there, just to balance out adding other ingredients. Bring your water to a boil. Now here's the thing, the amount of water doesn't actually matter because we're gonna be draining it at the end. What is important is that you have enough water to cover all your ingredients. Open up your Shin, separate out your vegetables and spice. Put all your noodles in there. Put in your vegetable mix. Do not put in your soup base, trust me. Put in your crushed red pepper. How much? A good portion. It's kind of up to you. Experiment. With the water boiling, put the timer on for 5 minutes. Give it a little stir. More crushed red pepper. Put in all your ingredients. Hard-boiled egg, mushrooms, onions, tofu. Stir it up. Now I'm not gonna be adding any of these extra noodles, simply because, again, I don't want to dilute the flavor too much. However, depending on how many ingredients I have, I'm always kind of playing around with it. Like some days I don't have onions and mushrooms, I just use tofu, or some days I just use mushrooms. You kind of have to figure your ratio out with your crushed red pepper and your spice packet, which we'll use later. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So remove from heat. You're gonna need a lid. We're gonna drain the water, and we're gonna try not to lose any vegetables or spice, but it's inevitable with this method that you will lose some. Now comes in our spice packet, and you can just put the entire spicy goodness in there. This is what we're looking at. Now with all the water gone, and the heat causing the noodles to kind of evaporate the water, sometimes I add a little bit of water to help the spice mix around and get on all of our noodles, all of our hard-boiled egg, all of our tofu, and now we're finally there. Now I've got a little bit of kind of water in there, and that's fine. What I notice is sometimes if you need your noodles to cook a little longer, I just kind of let it cook in its own heat, and there is still evaporation that takes place with the noodles. Well, that's pretty much it. Make sure to check out other video blogs and stuff by subscribing, and stay tuned for the Shin Ramen video with meat, steak, chicken. It's gonna be good. How do you like your Shin? This is too spicy for you, Rose. Would you like some tofu? This is where it all comes together right here. A little bit of onion, a little bit of hard-boiled egg, a little bit of tofu, a little bit of noodles, all in one bite. Now that was spicy.